Welcome back. It's time now to track commodities. Manisha is now at the big wall. Manisha, what are you looking at?
Well, Reema, I'm looking at overall commodities as a sector, and metals clearly is on focus because that is where we've seen major moves come in. It really has to do with the way the dollar index seems to be moving. Earlier, after the Trump win, we did see dollar go up to a 4-month highs, but overnight the dollar index has retreated. It fell by almost a percentage point, and that in turn has been supportive for many of these commodities here. Also, the US Fed rate cuts at 25 basis points have been exactly on the line as markets were anticipating, and in some sense had factored in as well. And then it also was rate cuts coming in from Bank of England, Hong Kong today. That also seems to be adding support to many of these metals. The markets have seen gold prices gain up by almost a percentage point overnight. So from a low of around 26.50 on the weaker side, we saw 27.10 in the New York session yesterday. It clearly has been $50 to $70 of a move coming in one day in case of gold prices. Soft 3-week lows coming in for gold, and silver prices rebounded quite strongly as well. Here as well, we saw prices fall below 31. But it's trading at around 32 right now, so 1.8% of gains coming in for silver as well. The markets have seen copper prices recover quite strongly as we were counting those votes in US. We saw copper prices decline by 4.5%. Overnight, we've seen 3.5% of gain come in for copper. This has been a recovery from the biggest one-day decline in 5 months that the copper prices put forth. Aluminum prices also have gained 3% overnight. It's trading at a 3-week highs right now. Aluminum, in some sense, also has individual fundamentals working for itself. To begin with, if you look at the aluminum stocks in China, Chinese ports, that is 20% off from the highs that we saw in the month of March. Also, the demand from EVs, solar panels, electrification industries, all of that seems to be supportive going forward. Also, when you look at the ore inventories, they are the lowest since 2015. So everywhere that you see in sense of fundamentals, it is supportive for aluminum. Zinc prices also gained quite strongly overnight. We saw 4% of gains at one point in time. Zinc was up 4.5% as well. Zinc also is looking at a lot of support because there is one single party on LME which is holding 79% of stocks. Also, it is about lower bauxite stocks that we have seen coming in from Australia and Jamaica. That has been supportive. Zinc also is taking support from the fact that Russia's a company is facing sanctions when it comes to taking in equipment for mining, and that means that 2.5% of production that this company does in sense of zinc is slightly under pressure there, and that has been supportive for zinc. If you look at this year, zinc prices have gained up by 24%. That is how it stands right now as well. Now, all eyes really on the China meeting today, and it's the last day of China National People Congress meeting, and expectation that now major events are done with and some stimulus measure announcement could come. That in turn is also supportive for many of these metals.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Manisha.